Dear audience, welcome to a new concert in our digital concert hall, Bergen Philharmonic, and the third concert in our streaming festival, Vintermezzo. My name is Henning Målsnäs, and we have an exciting evening ahead of us, starting with Igor Stravinsky's Concerto in D for strings, and moving on to a world premiere tonight, Øystein Sevåg's Concerto for Bassoon and Orchestra, European Memories. The concerto is written for tonight's soloist, Per Hannevold, who is also the orchestra's solo bassoonist since 1979. And the last work on tonight's program is Italian composer Luciano Berio's Rendering, which takes as its structure the fragmentary score of Franz Schubert's uncompleted 10th Symphony. Chief conductor Ed Gardner will himself introduce the work later, and tonight's concertmaster is Alexander Kagan. There is no intermission tonight, and as you will see, there's unfortunately no audience in the hall due to the ongoing pandemic. But on a happier note, our chief conductor, Edward Gardner, had a chat with tonight's soloist, Per Hannevold, and composer Øystein Sevåg earlier today. Enjoy and have a great concert.
I'm delighted to be joined by the composer Øystein Sevåg and our wonderful principal bassoon player, Per Hannevold. This piece that you wrote, especially for this evening, the world premiere of this bassoon concerto, has been a long time in coming with your collaboration over many years, hasn't it?
That's right. I think it's 14 years since we agreed about doing this. And I met Per 20 years ago when we recorded a wind quintet of mine. Then he played in this Bergen Wind Quintet ensemble. So after that I thought that it would be nice to build an orchestral piece around Per's playing.
Can you give us any kind of there is a narrative to the piece, isn't there? Or there are postcards of impressions through the 4 different movements. Do you want to give us a little impression of what those are?
Well, it's the piece is called European Memories, and the process has been a quite associative, open-mind state in the composing work, where I have just let inspiration flowing through and recorded different things, and later on I have tried to structure this river of ideas. Like the second movement is just a piano improvisation I did many years ago. It's like 2 or 3 minutes. It's just this improvisation that I then have orchestrated and where Per plays the melody. And then I build around this, of course. But it's a very intuitive process in this composition.
And that comes across in its rhapsodic quality, I think, especially in that second movement that you talk about. And Per, this piece is, I mean, it's epic, isn't it, in terms of concerto, and you're playing for so much of it. It's what are the specific challenges with this concerto?
Well, there are a lot of long lines in it, but he has also wisely put in some rests in between so we can get some blood back in circulation. So that's been good, but it's been a challenge, and but a really good one, and it's absolutely possible to do, and it's fun. It's a piece that you would like to play. And I just remembered it's like 41 years since my first solo with this orchestra.
That's incredible.
So I thought that was kind of nice to do it again. Well, I've been playing in the middle years, of course, but now to do one at this point and to do a brand new piece is always very. It really appeals to me.
The texture of a bassoon concerto is interesting, isn't it? Because it's not the easiest instrument to have riding over a large symphonic orchestra, or to find that kind of often quite delicate lyricism within this bigger texture. How did you approach that?
Well, that's all something we discussed on the way, and decided to have a moderate size of the orchestra, not too many strings and not too much brass, to match the dynamics. And so here, Per has been very helpful to give advice on the balance things, and you too, of course, with controlling the dynamics in the orchestra. So I have learned so much about writing music and about myself as a composer through this project. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, I think the one thing I contributed in this piece was I wanted the marimba in the first movement, because I thought that marimba sound that you will eventually hear, it's just a wonderful sound, and it blends so well with the bassoon.
Yes, it does, yeah.
So it sort of fills out, and it has that, like the bassoon, it has the high notes and it has the low notes and everything in between. So it's sort of it's pleasant to listen to.
Yes, it's true. That's a wonderful inspiration, actually. I think of marimba with bass clarinets in Steve Reich's music for 18 musicians and Peters, that blend. But this is a new one, and we're lucky to have a great player in Manny who's next to you. Yeah. He's your lieutenant next to you in these difficult passages.
He's fantastic. He's the best I know. He's great. He's great.
Agreed. Well, it's wonderful to have this premiere of this piece tonight, and I'm sure our audience will really enjoy the composition and your playing, Per. Thank you.
Thank you.